Have you ever gotten a message from someone on one of your social media sites from somebody that you've either just connected with or haven't connected with at all? And that message says, "Oh, I saw you. I love your business. I think everything you do is wonderful. And I want to let you know that I think if you hired me, we could do great things together. You've got this problem, and I know I could fix it if you were to hire me." Have you ever gotten one of those? I get them all the time. And I'm going, who, what, where, who are you? Why in the world would I want to work with you? Hi, everybody. I am Nancy Becker, and I'm the Chief Flying Pig Wrangler for Business Success Unlimited. And I can tell you without a doubt that that is the number one way to not get a new client. I just got one this morning, basically sounding really, really great. Sounded like, oh, yeah, I'm actually looking for someone to do some social media for me. And, maybe she's the perfect person. But then I went, not going to happen. Number one, I don't have a clue who she is. I don't know if she's even real or if this is some sort of a scam. How long has she been in business? What kind of work does she do? Is she qualified to do the kind of work that I need? Does she know anything about me or my business and know anything about the niche that I work in? Because it's, as you guys know, a pretty specialized niche. Does she know anything about it? Does she really and truly know anything about my business or me or what it is I need to have to support growth in my own business? No way I'm hiring her. Somebody the other day tried to do the same thing to me. And, well, we were talking about how it's perfectly all right to just go out and be that used car salesman and say, hey, you got to buy this car. Tell you a story. I've told it before. You may have heard it. There used to be two clothing stores in my hometown when I was growing up. Little town, only places anywhere in the area where you could buy clothes. This was before the Walmarts and the Myers and all of those. So if you wanted to buy clothes and you didn't want to drive an hour out of town to go find them, you had to go to one of these two stores. So they had a captive audience, but you never find anybody in either one of the stores. And the stores were owned by a father and a son. And eventually they both went out of business. That's because you would walk in the front door of either one of the stores. The one store was more upscale, for older women, and the other one was for teenagers and 20-year-olds and for the younger population. So, they had the whole gamut covered. But there was never anybody in either one of the stores. And the town had about 14,000 people. So it wasn't that small a town. You would think, since it was the only place in town to buy clothes, there would be women. Never, never, ever, ever did you see a woman in the store. Reason was, you would walk in the door and the people working in the store would jump on you the minute you'd walk in the store. Hi, hello, how are you today? So glad you're here. What can we help you with? I'm just looking. Thank you very much. Well, we've got some beautiful new clothes in. Let me show you. And they'd start pulling out things without ever having an idea of what you were there looking for or your size. An example of that. I went in there one time and I was looking for a dress for a party. And, my size at that time was about a 16. And so, there I walked in and she, what can I help you with? And I'm starting to tell her I want a party dress in a size 16. Didn't even listen to me. She leads me over to these dress suits that would be something. And I'm in my 20s, but I'm in the older woman's store because I'm with my mom, and she was looking too. And she started pulling out dress suits that my mom would wear, not me. And I'm going, whoa, 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 back off. This is not what I said I was looking for. I'm looking for a party dress for a person my age in a size 16. I don't want an old lady's pantsuit. I'm sorry. We wound up going out and driving an hour to the big city to find my clothes there. Same thing is now true on social media. You're not going to get a lot of business by just jumping in and throwing yourself at someone when you first meet them. I know we all are looking for business. We all need money. We all think we have the best businesses, services, and products there are around, and we want to share them. That's good. That's what we should do. But there are ways to do it, and there are ways not to do it. And unfortunately, you need to get to know a person before you start to sell them. Have a conversation. Say, hey, I would love to get to know you. Let's jump on a call and see what you like to do, see what I like to do, see if there's any way that the two of us can work together. In the last 3 days, I have had 5 Zoom calls with people who have said, hey, let's get on a call and see what we can do for each other. The minute we get on the call, they try to start selling me. You cannot be fake. You've got to be honest. You've got to be trustworthy. You've got to be somebody that I can believe in. My business is personal to me. It means everything to me. And I do not want to turn it over to somebody who's not going to treat it with the care and consideration that I would myself. I'm not going to turn it over and spend my hard-earned money on somebody that can't do what I want them to do, that doesn't give me quality work, that doesn't care. All they care about is getting a paycheck. I'm not going to do that, and neither should you. On the other hand, you need to know, as the person who's selling your services, you need to know that I'm not going to buy from you unless I know a little bit about you. What is it that you need to do to get somebody to know you? Put things up on LinkedIn and Facebook and let people see the true you. That's a first thing. Start giving out something of value. This video is giving you something of value. It's teaching you something that you need to know and should hear. It's not just about buy my services, buy my services. That would be nice. I would love it if you would jump on and work with me. That would be great, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you something that you can take away and use in your own business that would be valuable. Does that make sense? It's really important that you understand this. It doesn't matter how good a business you have. If the way you introduce it to people sucks, they're not going to want it. They're not going to become raving fans. They're not going to refer you to other people, and your business is going to stagnate and be like those clothing stores and eventually close because there's nobody in there. There's nobody wanting what it is you have to sell. So keep that in mind and make a few practice calls. You can jump on a call and unless somebody asks you what you do, It can all be about them, and that's okay. And then after the conversation is over, you can send them a message and you can say, I really enjoyed talking with you and I loved learning about X, Y, and Z. And by the way, we didn't get a chance, but I'd really like to share a little bit about what it is that I do. And if you think that's interesting, then maybe we can get on another call and see if there's a way we can work together. Sadly, this takes time. It's not easy. It's not snap your fingers quick. It's like I've heard this saying over and over and over again. There's a television show out there now that's all about getting married on their first date. They've never met each other before and they jump in and they get married. Well, most of the time that doesn't work. And then there's another show out there that shows a year later how they've gotten divorced and that they're no longer together. And I guess it's 90 Day Fiance and all these kinds of things. There's all those shows out there. But again and again and again, it shows that if you don't know each other, it's not going to be an easy relationship. Heck, when you're talking about relationships in general, how many times do people get married and they live together for 20 years and they get divorced because they no longer understand each other? It's not an easy 1, 2, 3, and that's it, and you're going to live happily ever after. You need to figure out a little bit about the other person. You need to let the other person figure out a little bit about you. Hopefully that makes sense. And, then you can get out there and you can actually start to do business together. But heaven forbid, guys, please don't jump on message boards and send somebody a message before you've even introduced yourself, telling them what a great business you have and that they desperately need your services. Please, please, please do not do that. You're not going to grow your business that way, and you're going to be miserable. And the people you send the messages to aren't going to like you very much either. So with that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you start making relationships with people. Get out there, be productive, and soar higher. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.